Alright, what is up YouTube? MK40 here. We have an 18th place deck profile coming from my boy Burrito Man. And I will say, this is awesome. So, shout out to Burrito Man 93 for sending this into my inbox. He said, Robbie, you need to talk about this deck. He's like, I got 18th place out of 305 people. It's worth your time. So here we are. We're also going to be covering some other really interesting deck profiles on the back burner as well here. So, this is 18th place coming out of his regional this weekend. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, one copy of Guinevere, the Queen of the Noble Arms, one Ignoble Knight of Black Lancelin, triple copies of Noble Knight Boars, triple copies of Brothers, triple copies of Constantine, one copy of Drystan, one copy of Ishtar, triple copies of Gawain, one copy of the Galvashad. Then we have one copy of Ivan, triple copies of Medrat, one copy of UA Midfielders. So this is actually interesting. So you can special some of this card from your hand by returning a UA monster that you control to your hand, except for Midfielder, which we don't have any of those here. And then you can only special summon one of these once per turn's waste. During either player's turn, target one other UA monster you control. Return that monster to your hand, and special summon one UA monster from your hand. So basically, what we're actually using this for is our friend the Signing Deal, which lets you special summon one UA monster from your deck. And it can't be used to sync or exceed material, but it doesn't matter because we're using this as a warrior extender to actually make the plays possible with this deck. You need to make the best card in your deck. Well, what if we open up, you know, this actually acts as extender because we just get to bring out the UA. Of course, we can only use one of these per turn, but I mean, do we really care about that? We just care about the fact that we get to combo start our entire deck basically for free. This is actually kind of cool. We have two copies of Retorgius, one copy of the Double or Nothing, Cha-Ching, Utopia Double OTK, triple copies of the Heritage of the Chalice, triple copies of Instant Fusion, one Monster Reborn, two copies of Alfred Duder, two copies of Caliburn, one copy of the Clarinet, one Excalibur, one Gallatin, two Noble Arms of Destiny, one Rhoda, triple Twin Twister, there's that triple copies of the Signing Deal, and triple copies of Unexpected Die. Just all the combo starters that you could ever want. Then we have triple copies of Shade Brigandine, and triple copies of Until the Noble Arms Are Needed Once Again. The extra deck down here, we have triple copies of Isolde, one copy of Borrelsword Dragoncoon, one Borrelo Dragon, one Appaloosa, two copies of the King Constantine, two copies of the Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorgius, one Utopia Double, one Utopia, two Artorgius himself, and the one copy of the Raijin for instant fusions. We have triple Lancia, triple Droll Knockbird, triple Ghost Ogre, triple Morgan, and then triple copies of Nibiru, wrapping up this hot Noble Knight list. Congratulations, Burrito Man. You deserve it, buddy. You qualified with something off the books. And I will say that this is very impressive nonetheless. So, the development of the format looking really good actually out here if you're a rogue player. Now, we also have Joseph Ravobaka's 13th place list. And I will say that this is pretty interesting. Though it's more standardized Orcust for the most part, you have to understand the way that the format is going and things like that. You're going to continue to see just more Orcust with the little tech choices. This one's packing in double copies of the Radion Kaiju, actually. We don't have Nightmare Corruptor Iblis in this, where you'd be blocking out Nibiru's. No. This is just more standardized at this point. So, we have one copy of Armageddon Knight, one Danger Nessie, two copies of Jackalope, two copies of Mr. Tsuchinoko, two copies of Dino Wrestler Pankratops, one Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentine of Sky Slasher, and then one Symbol Skeleton, two Harpor, and two copies of the Orcust Nightmare. Very standardized engine for what you're seeing here. And we have two copies of Radion, triple copies of Scrap Recycler, and triple copies of Vishuddha, along with the one copy of the World Wando. Spells, we have triple copies of Lord Darkness, one Foolish Burial, two copies Instant Fusion, triple Mind Control, one Orchestrated Babel, one Afterburners, one Eagle Booster, one Hornet Drones, one copy Widow Anchor, triple Engage, and one Crescendo. Wrapping up Joseph's main deck here. Pretty standard, honestly, for what I've been seeing for a majority of this format. Like, just This card is actually insane with this. Like, it did so much work. It's actually kind of cool how crazy good this is. Extra deck area of 1 Topologic Bomber Dragon, 1 Kagari, 1 Monk of the Tenyi, 1 Wongrisu, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Mermaid, and 1 Cerberus, of course. Triple Galtea, 1 Boral Sword Dragon, 2 copies of Dingirisu, 1 Thousand Eyes Strict, and the 1 copy of Winda. And then side deck here, we have 2 Ash Blossom, 1 Pankratops, 2 Phantasmi, triple Called by the Grave, 1 Jamming Waves, triple Twin Twister, and triple copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up Joseph's main deck. As I said, this is more standardized for what I'd be expecting as of late with the developments of Orcust. Literally, this deck, you don't get a lot of room to kind of mess around with cards. I really wish you did, but that's just kind of how the format's going at the moment. I wish you got more legroom, but you take what you can get. Next up, we have Michael Bernard's Young Dragonling deck coming out 501. I believe out of Locals was where he submitted this in. They ended up splitting Top Cut, which was pretty interesting. Hey, look, it's my boy Overraptor. So let's kind of dig on into this, see what's going on here with Michael Bernard's deck. So we have 1 copy of Red Eyes Darkness Extender, 1 Tempest Dragon Ruler of the Storms, 2 copies of Absol Dragon, 2 copies of Rocket Tracer, 1 Silver Rocket, 1 copy of Magna Rocket, 1 Rocket Synchron, triple Overraptor, 1 Carmageddon, 1 copy of the World Chalice Guard Dragon, 1 Mr. Flamvell Guard, 1 Brotar, 1 Collapse Serpent, and the 1 copy of the Wyvern Buster. Spells, 1 Allure of Darkness, by the way, 1 Upstart, triple Fossil Deck, 1 Dragon Ravine, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Dragon Shrine, 2 Instant Fusion, triple copies of Quick Launch, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 World Legacy Guard Dragon, 1 World Legacy Succession, triple Called by the Grave, and triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. Extra deck down here, we have 1 Thousand Eyes, 1 Panzer Dragon, 1 Ib, 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, 1 Borreload Savage, 1 Linkaribo, 1 copy of Beat Cop, 1 Romulus, 1 Heavenly Spheres, 1 Agropane, 1 Pisty, 1 Elpie, 1 Unicorn, 1 Saruja, and 1 Boral Sword Dragon. Side deck, 1 Starving Venom, 2 Nibiru, 2 Pankratops, triple Lancia, 2 Ghost Ogre, triple Twin Twister, and 2 copies of Super Poly. Wrapping this up. I actually really like the... You can tell that this has been fine decision-making in terms of deck building here, because 1 Allure of Darkness. But being able to splash in the Ib package, take full advantage of this. The numbers and things I understand are more of a grind here, but nonetheless, this simplified down to the point that it looks really good on paper. So I like this. Not bad, Michael. I like this. And then the last list we have here is Abe Nunez's 10th place list coming out of his regional last weekend. Now, I will say that looking at Altergeist as a whole, you don't get a lot of development for this deck, or really a lot of legroom in general for this, because you kind of have to have your standard cards. This is a good card, but nonetheless. So we have 1 copy of Kungari, triple copies of Marionetter, triple copies of Miluzik, 1 Multifaker, 2 Zillaguidos, triple Ash Blossom, and 2 copies of Effective Veiler. Spells, 2 Called by the Grave, 1 Desires, 1 Duality, and triple Extravagance. Triple copies of Super Polymerization, 1 Manifestation, 2 Protocol, 1 Impure Order, triple Infinite Impermanence, triple Personal Spoofing, triple Solemn Judgment, triple Stee Reich, and 2 copies of Summon Limit. Extra gun here with 2 Almirage, 1 Ningirsu, 2 copies of Linkaribo, 1 Phoenix, 1 Borreload, triple copies of Hextia, 2 Starving Venom, 1 Violet Chimera, 1 Dragostopolia, and 1 copy of Mudmud. Side deck here, a triple Nibiru, triple copies of Seeker Village, 1 copy of Super Poly, triple Evenly Matched, 2 copies of Heavy Storm Duster, 2 copies of Imperial Iron Wall, and 1 copy of Summon Limit. Wrapping up Abe's beautiful regional list. Out of everything here, guys, congratulations to all of you for qualifying, getting your invites, doing well at your respective events. Burrito Man, once again, that Noble Knight list was spicy. I look forward to seeing many more interesting things to come in the future here as well. So what do you guys think about this chunk of decks? I think they're very interesting, kind of what's coming out of the metagames. Guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about these decks. And, well, honestly, see you guys on the flip side. Till next time, peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.